This old guy DIY video has to do with the process that I go through to build wood duck houses. I have a really nice plan that I found online. I modified it a little bit, so my top is 3 inches longer, but the video that follows just shows you some of the techniques that I use, and over the years this has been a really nice little project. Thank you for watching. When I'm done with this next one, I'll have made 6 of these houses in the last few hours. I hadn't made one in a few years, so I picked up this cut sheet from the internet, and it's really straightforward and I think it's nice. The one thing I changed is they had a top that was only 14 inches long, and that left you about 4.5 inches of scrap at the end. I prefer having a longer top on it, so it provides a little shade around that hole and also keeps the rain out. So I changed that to 17 inches. So you see, if I follow their cut sheet, it goes 24, 46, then mine would be 63, 85, 109, and 118.5. So when laying out the board, just get a 1x12x10 feet. On one side, come 24 inches, 46, 63, 85, 109, and 118.5. On the other side, your first mark is at 22, and when you cut that, that makes the angle for the sides. Then all the other marks are the same: 46, 63, 85, 109, and 118.5. And I'm just doing my cutting with a skill saw, so this is not a precision operation, but it makes it real easy to mark and cut and get into making these wood deck houses quickly. When I'm doing jobs like this, I don't worry too much about exactly what type of hardware. For example, here I have some 30-year-old nails. Looks like they're about 1 3/4 inches long. That's what I'm using. I found the easiest way to build this thing is to start out standing the two sides up, put the front on, then I put one nail 20 inches from the bottom on each side. So that way you can have the door pivot on the left or the right, whatever you prefer. In my case, I'm always making the pivot over here, so all of my houses are the same. I know when I go to service them that I have to open up the door on the right side as you're looking at it from the front. Now I'll go through and I'll nail all of these down so I have a nice tight edge here, and then I'll put the bottom in. Now that the bottom is installed, nailed in on that side and that side, this is going to be my door over here. Now I'll lay the thing down on its back effectively so I can go put the hole in where the birds will enter. The plan says we want the hole to be 3x4, so I measured it so this thing will be 4 inches wide. When I'm making the entry hole, I come up 16.5 from the bottom, and that was that mark right there. Then if I come in 5 1/8 from each side edge and put 2 little crosshairs, that's where I come down with my hole saw. And you can see how I'm making 2 of the 5 Olympic rings right here. So I go with the hole saw, I center on this one, I center on that one, I'll punch these 2 holes out, and then just take a file or a skill saw and go across the top to kind of straighten it out. I'll have enough left of the circumference that that hole drill will just follow it right down. When the first core is out, I can take the saw, and because I already have that little groove there, I can set the saw right in. Now the rough shape of the hole is there. I'll grab a file, smooth out where those 2 circles came together, and that'll be that. Another thing I learned in the course of building these houses is that if you take the hole saw at an angle like this, and then when you turn the hole saw on, just kind of work your way over, flip it to the other side and go back, it'll take out that center section without a need for a file or a jigsaw. After the hole's cut in the front, I flip it over. I put this piece of hardware cloth in there. Now I'll staple that down. I just put in 6 staples and whacked them with a hammer for good measure. Now that the work is done on the inside, I'm ready to install the back. The technique I showed for assembly is what I would do if I'm just making a box or 2 and I'm not in a hurry. If I wanted to make this more of a production operation, like I'm helping Boy Scouts or something, I would just take the front board, come up 16.5 from the bottom, come over 5 3/4, establish the center, move over 3/8 in each direction, then just drill my 2 holes there for the entry. if you use this technique, it also allows you to flip the board over. The pilot holes are already established, so now when I come in with that hole saw, it cuts them out real easily. If you punch the hole in the front and put that mesh on there before you build the thing, it actually is a time saver. The floor is in, now it's time to mount the top. I drilled a bunch of holes in the bottom just to let water run out. When it comes to access to the box, I just measured 20 inches up from the bottom on one side, and I put 2 nails there that will serve as a pivot point, so the side will open. This is how I can check the thing. I'm going to put the top on there permanently, but with this as a pivot, I'll just drill a couple of holes and put a nail in on each side here in the back, and then we'll be good to go. And then when it comes to my little pins that allow me to open the door, you see where the hole went into the door. And I angle these things down so they're going like that, so gravity is my friend, so it stays in there. I don't have to have a real tight fit. And then when I go to pull the pins in the spring, they come out pretty easily. You can see now with the nail that serves as a pin to hold the door closed in place, you can see the angle on it. That allows gravity to be my friend. When nailing the top on, I put 1 nail on each side. I can look down here and see where they line up. And I just take a level or a piece of wood or anything straight, put it across between the nails. That tells me where to locate the one in the center so I don't miss that front board. When I'm putting wood chips in the house, I just use this animal bedding that I got from Family Farm and Home a few years ago. And I put enough in so the female can make a nice little cavity in the bottom. I don't want to have them all the way up here near the hole though, because that makes easier access. If a raccoon gets up there and he's trying to reach in, at least if she's nested down towards the bottom, there's a better chance he can't reach her. I'm wrapping up the wood duck house construction for today. It took me about 3 hours to build these 4 with the filming. And yesterday I built 2 and mounted them to the tree. And I found that if I put a 15-inch piece of 2x4 across the back like that and drill a hole on each side that I can put wire in, it makes the mounting very easy and effective. You can see where I screwed it in there. That way it'll be real easy to wrap it around the tree. This is a little wire that I put on the bottom of the wood duck house, so when it's hanging on the tree, after I have the top part in place, I just take a secondary wire, I run from this loop over to this one and cinch it up. It just pulls the house in nicely against the tree so it doesn't blow around in the high winds or anything. But it makes mounting a heck of a lot easier when you have this wire on the bottom and then this board with the holes in it up on top. It's April 18th and I'm about to put up 2 wood duck houses. I thought it was too late to put more out this year, but I was down here the other night because the osprey likes to sit on that dead stick, and if I'm quiet I can watch him while he fishes for the last hour of the night. But while I was down here, I heard something and I looked up and there were 5 wood ducks up in the top of that oak tree. There's a little section of leftover leaves from a squirrel nest, and it looked like the hen wood duck was trying to mess around with those leaves while the males were bouncing around in the top of these trees. And I had never seen that before, and they were out here for about 20 minutes while I was here, and then they flew away. I called and talked to a buddy of mine and said, hey, this is the first time I've ever seen that. It must be unique. He said, oh no, that's not uncommon. If they can't find a good cavity to nest in, they'll try to find a crotch of a tree or take over a squirrel's nest. So what I'm going to do right now is put a wood duck house right down here beneath where they were looking for one. And then I'll go further along the lake and put another one there to the south. We'll see if April 18th is too late or if those guys are still looking for a home and they'll move in. The nest is in place with a predator guard beneath it, but all the trees here kind of grow together on the top. If a coon wants to badly enough, he'll get in there to bother the wood duck. I don't know if he'll be able to actually raid the nest if she has the ducklings down low. But this should be an upgrade from a squirrel nest anyway. We'll see if they take it over. For an attachment technique, there was that dead branch on the back, so I just put the wire over the top of it. I ran a wire to the couple of holes that I drilled in that cross member. And I have a wire on the bottom just holding the thing vertical. This one is house number 2 for tonight. Here's the view they have of the lake. I went to Maynard's. I got the 1 by 12 by 10 feet for 16 bucks a piece. Took me about 45 minutes per house. Although it's late for this year, I'm going to put 2 of these up at my place, and I'll give 2 to a buddy, and we'll see if the wood ducks are hard up enough to still use it this year. Thank you for watching.